about how we're going to use these paints because I love what you've done and we don't want it to get messed up. In fact, if there's anything you want to add before we paint, once we paint, it'll be hard to be forget. It'll be easier to write before I paint, right? We talked about how the crayon is made of wax and it's going to create a barrier. So if I draw on top of my paint, I'm not going to get the same effect, right? So before we start painting, we're going to look and see if there's anything else we want. I think I like the little bird he had. I don't know if I'm going to draw a very nice bird. Maybe I'll do Natalie's bird. That's how I used to draw birds. Maybe one up here, coming down. I'm going to keep mine a little more simple. Maybe some of you want to add. Yep, that's a nice bird. I like his wings too. You can come build one of these tree houses in my yard. Okay, so we've just got a few colors on here, right?
Yeah.
What colors do we have? Red?
Red, yellow, blue, and white.
And white. So in case I want something a little lighter and I don't want to just wash it with the water, I've got some white. And we talked yesterday about warm and cold colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what are our warm colors? Again, raise your hand.
Hot. Red.
Red.
Orange.
And
Yellow.
Yellow. And are the warm colors going to seem closer or further away?
Closer?
Closer. Right. Okay. So what things might I want closer? Go ahead.
Maybe the ladder or something, or maybe a branch or something.
Okay, maybe a branch. Yes.
The tree closer.
Yeah, the tree house is my object. So I think I'm going to make my tree closer, my sky further away. So even though it might be a pretty sunset, I'm going to keep my cold colors to behind my tree. And maybe even some contrasting cold colors for my ground because I want my tree to pop out and be the thing closest. Okay? And what are our cold colors again?
Blue.
Blue.
Black.
Black we talked about is probably cold. We're not going to use black today. Right here?
Green.
Green and
Purple.
purple. Right. So we know that we can mix all those colors from these primary colors, right? Okay. So we've got 2 warm, 1 cold, right? And we can mix all those. So I think I'll go ahead and do my tree an orangish color. So what am I going to mix to get orange?
Red and yellow.
Red and yellow. You guys are so smart. Like, meet the masters here.
Do you need a water, Mrs. Lindsay? Or
I do. I have one. Oh, okay. So maybe I should. So I'm going to make kind of a bright orange. Maybe I'll need some more yellow. And we can bring more colors around if you need more. And you might have to rinse your water a lot in your brush if you're trying to not get your colors too mixed. So once I have some paint on my paintbrush, if you can see that, it's not a big glossy bit. I've even dabbed a little to get some off because this is going to be kind of watercolor, right? We're using the tempera paint to make a watercolor. And so I'm going to put a little water on my brush and then I'm going to stay in my trunk area and I'm going to make a wash. Oh, that's too high up, huh?
Yep.
There you go.
Whoa.
How fun that is. And the more paint you use, the heavier it's going to make your paper, right? And if you have too much water, it might even get to the point where you tear your paper, huh? So, nice balance there. A little bit of paint, more water, and then a wash. And you can use whatever colors you want. But that's one of the things we're talking about with this lesson is the warm and cold colors, bringing things closer or further away. And so it's kind of up to you to keep that in mind as you go through and paint your areas. So this whole tree is going to take me a while if I do it all the same color, right? This kind of orange. But I think I will pause to go to something else and kind of get a feel for that. Just use lots of water in there. Wash it along. So if I were all done with this and I rinse my brush, I wanted to start on something different than I would. And I think I'm going to want more yellow.